Hi everybody. Happy Thursday and it's dinner time. Tonight I'm going to make some salmon for dinner tonight. I got some pasta that I'm going to make to go with it. And I hope that you all have had a good day and you have by now got some dinner ideas. If not, hopefully something like this can help you. So, as I said, I'm going to make some salmon. And to go with it, I'm going to make some noodles with a spinach cream sauce. So let's go through some of the ingredients that you're going to need to make this dish. So to make the salmon, you're going to need some olive oil. Of course, you're going to need the salmon. I've got two good size pieces fillets here. I'm going to do an orange balsamic salmon. So I'm using some orange marmalade, some balsamic vinegar. You're going to need some butter and some salt and pepper to season your sauce. So those are the things that you're going to need to make the salmon. To go with it, we're going to do some pasta, and tonight from pasta I'm doing these little bow ties. If you don't have bow ties and you got spaghetti, you could use that. So any kind of pasta that you have at home, just use that. It doesn't have to be bow tie. It can just be whatever you have in the house, because anything is going to work. So that's what you do. So to get started, we are going to put some water in our pot here that we're going to cook our pasta in. While I do that, if you are new to the channel, go ahead and hit that like button so that you'll get more ideas on dinner ideas and things that I cook here on this channel. So you're going to add some water to your pot here. So you're going to need about, I'll say 2 cups of water. So I'm going to go ahead and get that. So we have our 2 cups of water here in our pot that's going to be on the stove. We're going to put it up here on the eye to boil. And I'm going to put that on medium-high to boil. At this point, you want to add a little salt to your water so that your water is seasoned. Let me get some salt. Okay, so I have got my seasonings here, and I'm just going to add a little bit of salt to the pasta water. You don't need much for this, so we're going to just add our lid and let that do its thing. So we are going to move on, and we're going to start our salmon that we're going to make for tonight. I don't think I told you, but we're going to do a spinach cream sauce, but I didn't show you. We're using the fresh spinach here, and this is the baby spinach that I have here. The whole baby spinach that you could either find in a fresh bag, or you could find a bunch in the vegetable section of your supermarket. So look for the bunch, or either if it's not in a bunch, tied with a rubber band, you could also find the fresh baby spinach in a bag, but it's in the fresh section of the where the vegetables are. So look for it. It's easy. Usually it is triple washed so that you don't even have to wash it. It's already washed and ready for you to cook it. So I like using that because it's just easy, and it's not a lot that you have to do to it. So we're going to do our salmon, and again, I've got 2 pieces here because it's just going to be 2 of us that's going to eat tonight. the salmon. So I'm going to just season it very simply. I've got some garlic and herb seasoning, and I'm going to just put some of that on it tonight. If you like other seasonings, you can definitely use it here. I would do some onion powder, some garlic pepper, garlic powder. Also, you can use some sazon, or, you know, an all-purpose seasoning would work here too. So you want to just season both sides here. Season both sides. I've seasoned that side, like you can see. I'm going to just flip it. And I'm going to season the other side too. So I'm putting it here. I'm just going to season the other side as well. Season both sides because you want both sides to taste good. I know you can't do one side. You got to season both sides of that fish, right? So both sides. Rub it in a little bit. If you like your fish spicy, you could even do like a Cajun seasoning on this if you want. I want to add a little bit of black pepper to it. So let's do that. We're going to add some black pepper to our fish. And again, we want to do both sides. So let's flip it over. And I'm seasoning mine in a bowl, but if you prefer to do it on a plate, you can do that too. So, got a little pepper in there. I want to get a little bit of garlic powder, sorry. So I'm going to get that. I will be right there, y'all. So I've got a couple more seasonings that's going to go on our salmon. As I was saying before, some all-purpose seasoning. So I have that. I'm going to put it on both sides. Let's flip it. And season the other side. Not too much. You don't want it salty. And then we're going to do the same thing with our garlic powder. Just a little, not too much. And again, we're going to flip it so that our salmon tastes good. We want salmon that tastes good with a lot of flavor. So we're going to add our seasoning to that side too. If you didn't have all these seasonings and you had one, I would just use maybe something like an all-purpose, or something like Mrs. Dash that has a lot of different seasonings in it, and it will give it a delicious flavor. So we've got our season here. I'm going to just remove my gloves. I'm just going to grab my tongs so we could do our fish. Okay, so we are going to start the fish by using our pan here. We're going to do it in our deep fryer here. I'm going to put the fire on. Let's see. Our water is boiling for our pasta, so let's go ahead and drop our pasta. Y'all know pasta don't take that long, so go ahead and get that pasta in there, and then that way, while the pasta is cooking, we'll get our fish in. And again, we're using bow tie pasta. So I've got about 1.5 pounds here I'm going to put in. So I'm just going to put that in. Trying not to drop it all. And be careful, you don't want that boiling water to splash on you. So get it in there. Did I lose one? Nope, I think I got it in there. So that's about 1.5 pounds of pasta. And then you want to give it a stir. Give it a stir in your water so that it doesn't stick. And we've got about 2 cups of water in our pasta pot here. I could have gotten a larger pot, but we're not making that much pasta. If you're making this dish for 4 people, then I would encourage you to use a big pasta pot where you have the room to stir it, and that way they won't stick. But we're not making that much pasta tonight, so this is going to work fine for us. So we want to add our lid, but you want to keep it slightly off the top so that your water don't boil over. So, okay, so let's start we're going to switch fires actually so that we could get our salmon going, and we're going to move this to the back. So we're going to have that on the back, and that's going to cook for another 10 minutes. So we're going to move here, and we're going to make our salmon in this pan here. So as I said earlier, we're going to use some olive oil. We got a little bit of water in there, so let's dry that out first. Got my dish towel here. We want to make sure that this is completely dry. Completely dry. Okay. So we're going to add some olive oil, about 2 tablespoons. We're going to add about the same amount of butter. About the same amount. You can hear that pasta boiling. It's boiling away. Okay, so put your butter in your pan and let it melt with your olive oil. You want it to blend together. Careful not to let that, that steam is hot. Careful not to let that top go completely over the top of your pot, because you don't want your water to boil over on the stove. And you want to be careful because that steam could be really hot. I just almost got burnt. So you want to be careful. So actually, let's lower that so we don't have any issues with that. Okay, so our pot is heating up here. We have our pan that we're waiting for to get hot to make our salmon. You guys see that? So we have our butter in here. It's getting hot. We're going to give it another second, and then we're going to just add our salmon that we've seasoned up. See that? It is smelling good in here. Y'all know I'm getting hungry. So it's about to be good food up in here. All right, so I think our pot is ready. Go ahead and add your salmon. And I'm going to add it skin side down. You want to hear sizzle. So make sure you got it skin side down. And I'm going to do the same thing with this other piece. I'm going to put it skin side down. This is how it should look. Make sure that your skin actually is up. So it should be flesh side down, not skin side down. Flesh side down. And then the skin should be up. So we are going to let it cook for a few minutes. We could cover it. While that's cooking, we are going to go back to our pasta and check on it and see if it's almost ready. We're getting there. We're not quite done yet. How you guys like your pasta? You like it al dente, a little bit of firmness, or do you like it all the way soft, all the way through? I like mine's all the way soft through. I don't want to have a tough piece of pasta, or I don't like crunchy pasta. I just like it soft, but I mean, everybody likes it differently. Do it the way you like it, the way you prefer to eat it. I just like it soft all the way through so that you can put the sauce on it and it picks up the sauce with no problem. So we are cooking with gas. So we are going to clean up here a little bit. If you are new to the channel and you're just joining in and seeing what we're making, tonight we are making salmon for dinner, and to go with it we're going to make a spinach cream sauce with pasta. So we've started the pasta, ready for that to cook, and we're also waiting on our salmon. So these things are already on and we're just moving along. So a good time to clean up while your food is cooking. Go ahead and clean up and get things a little bit clean so that when your dinner is done, you don't have to do a lot of cleaning. So that would be a good time to clean up some of the ingredients that you already used. And you could also make room for other things that you have to use. So we are going to make a spinach cream sauce to go with our pasta. So our spinach cream sauce has garlic in it. I'm going to go ahead and chop my garlic while our pasta and our salmon is cooking. I'm going to take a peek at the salmon. Looks like it's doing good. I know it's smelling good. So we are going to just peel it a little bit. Take off the paper. And then we have our little garlic here. I'm going to use 2 because I'm not doing that much garlic. I mean, that much spinach or that much sauce. But if you're doing this for a family of 4, then I would say use 3 garlic cloves. I'm going to go ahead and chop my garlic here while my salmon and my pasta is boiling. And that way I'm going to get a head start on my spinach sauce. And you just want to chop your garlic, not too big and not too small. So you can get enough flavor into your spinach. I'm going to turn my salmon because we don't want overcooked salmon. We want it to be just right. Okay, so our garlic is chopped. We got our garlic chopped here. So it's not too big and not too small. Let's peek at our salmon to see if it's ready. So it is cooking away. I'm going to flip it. So I'm going to just flip it. And look at how brown it got. It has a good color on it. Let's see. Let's get a spatula. I've got a spatula and I'm going to just turn this piece. Okay, so our salmon is looking really good with that. You guys see that? So that's the color you want. And you want to let it cook for another minute or two. I'm going to add our top back on and let it cook for another minute or two. Now, because this is only going to cook for another minute or two, I'm going to switch our pans again because our pasta is about done. So I'm going to be taking that off the fire and I'm going to drain it. So let's switch again. And we're going to lower the fire on our salmon so that it doesn't overcook. Let's check on our pasta. Our pasta is ready. Look at that. It's all ready. It's soft all the way through. Okay, so let's give our pasta a drain. We're going to drain our pasta and then we're going to make our cream sauce. Okay, so let's get our top here. Drain our pasta. Okay, so we're going to make our cream sauce. And it looks like our salmon is done. So we're going to take the salmon off the fire. Turn off the fire completely. You don't want to overcook your salmon. So we're going to take the fire off the salmon and then we're going to make our cream sauce. And remember, we're making a spinach cream sauce to go over our pasta that we made. So I've drained the pasta. And we're going to just put it in this bowl so that we can make our cream sauce. Now you want to drain it first. So we're going to start with our pot here while this is sitting and waiting for us. So we're going to have our pot here. We're going to add some olive oil to start our cream sauce. So first we will add our spinach. Remember, we got the baby spinach here. And we're going to add this. This has been triple washed. So it looks like a lot, but it's not a lot. So we're going to add this. And for this part, you could either make it in pot or you can get a wider skillet. Now you see how much this is that we're starting with. Watch how much we end up with. We're not going to end up with a lot because it really shrinks down quite a bit, quite a bit. So we are going to add our garlic. That we chopped up. And some salt and pepper. Just add enough salt and pepper, not too much. And I have my pepper here. Just add you some pepper. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Y'all like pepper? I love pepper. So if you like pepper, add you some pepper. Okay, so this is cooking. Let's put our top on and let it cook down. You want it to cook down. Okay. So this is going to cook for about 5 minutes, guys. And when I come back, I'm going to show you what it looks like. Hey everybody, so welcome to In the Kitchen with Alethea. We started our weeknight dinner. We're making salmon tonight. To go with it, we're going to make some egg noodles with a spinach cream sauce. And when we left off, we were making our spinach. Our spinach is cooked up. It's pretty much done, so we are ready to move on to make our spinach. We started our spinach by adding some olive oil. We added some butter to it, and then we cooked our fresh spinach down for about 7 minutes. You saw that big pot that we had, right? Look what it cooked down to. Very, very little. So we are going to make our spinach cream sauce. So that's what's going to happen next. But before we do that, if you haven't had a chance to like and subscribe to the channel, go ahead and hit that button so that you'll see more videos like these. So here's our salmon. Here's how it turned out. Look at how good that looks. It looks delicious. Now early on, I said that we're going to do an orange balsamic cream to orange balsamic butter to do with our salmon. So our salmon has finished cooking. So let's make our butter sauce to go over the salmon. We're going to just move our salmon over, and in the pan you'll see some of the juices on the bottom. You see some of the liquid back there or underneath there that the salmon has cooked in. You want to, now that's flavor on the bottom of the pan. So we've already added some olive oil and butter. We're going to add just a little bit of balsamic vinegar, just a little splash. And this is on low. The fire is on low. You want to add a splash of balsamic vinegar. And that's going to help get up all that goodness on the bottom of the pan that the salmon is cooked in. So I'm actually going to move it out of the way a little bit so that it can cook. And just shake it a little bit. You see how I'm shaking it a little bit, and that will allow the balsamic vinegar and the liquid on the bottom of the pan to mix. Okay, and then I'm going to add about 1 tablespoon of orange marmalade. If you didn't have this and you had fresh oranges in the house, use that. Use fresh orange juice, and then you can just let it reduce down. So I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of the marmalade. So I'm going to add it right to the pan, about 1 tablespoon. This smells so good, y'all. And then you want to just mix it in to the juices in the pan. Just want to mix it in just like that. Mix it in. And then you have your sauce. I'm going to add a little bit more black pepper. A little bit more black pepper to your sauce. It smells so good. And then give that a stir. You want to ladle your sauce over your fish so that your fish has a delicious flavor. You want to ladle it over both. That's going to be so good, y'all, when we get ready to eat this fish. And just ladle it over. Wow, that looks delicious. So we're going to cover that so it stays warm until we're ready to eat our dinner. Okay, so let's make our cream sauce. We have our spinach here that we cooked down. It's got some garlic, olive oil, salt and pepper, and butter. So we're going to add us some Parmesan cheese into the spinach. About a handful, a good handful. That's about a half a cup that I'm adding. I'm going to just give it a little bit of a mix. Mix it up. Add in a little bit of milk. This is how it should look. Creamy, buttery. This is looking good, y'all. Just like that. And now we're going to just add our pasta and toss it right in. Let's get our pasta. remember, tonight we are using bow tie pasta. So we have that and we're going to toss it right in. So we're going to toss our pasta in. We don't want to lose any. And we're going to toss in little by little. Now, if you have family members that are not meat eaters, they could even just have the spinach and the pasta by itself. But we have meat eaters here. I'm a meat eater. So we have our spinach here. I'm going to add a little bit more of the pasta. And you want to lower your fire when you're doing this part, because you don't want things to burn. So add a little bit more. And just toss it in. This is looking good, y'all. And look at that, it's looking delicious so far. Okay, we're going to add a little bit more. And we're going to keep going until our pasta and our spinach is all mixed. We've got all of our pasta in there. Let's mix that up. To make this a little easier, you could have had, or I could have had, a larger pan or larger pot, and it would mix a lot easier. So if you've got a bigger pot, don't be afraid to use your bigger pot. Okay, so we're going to add a little bit more cheese. Give it another toss. You guys see that? Doesn't that look delicious? Okay, guys, so our pasta and our salmon dinner is all done. Let's make us a plate and I'll show you what it looks like. I'm going to show you what it looks like in 1 minute. Okay, guys, so we have made it to the finish line. We made our salmon dinner tonight. And remember, we also made a pasta with a spinach cream sauce. So here is what we made. We made the bow tie pasta with a spinach cream sauce. We did it together, guys. It didn't take that much time at all. We used some bow tie pasta, some olive oil and butter, salt and pepper, a little bit of cream or milk, and this is what we made. Our spinach cream sauce with pasta. Doesn't that look delicious? You gotta try it. I can't wait to eat. And then we also made our orange balsamic salmon. We took 2 pieces of fish and we sauteed it right in the pan. And we added some olive oil and butter, salt and pepper, some seasonings for our fish. And then we cooked it down with a little balsamic vinegar and a little bit of orange marmalade. And there we have it. Orange balsamic salmon. Doesn't that look delicious? And it was so easy and so simple. We did it together, right? So let's give this pasta a try. I mean, all this cooking, honey, I'm hungry. So let's give it a try. And the pasta is soft. Still a little hot. See the smoke? Still hot because we just made it. So let's give it a try. So good. That spinach, you can taste the garlic, the Parmesan cheese that we put in it. It's so good because it's fresh and the pasta is soft, just like I like it. Well, guys, thank you for spending time with me in the kitchen. And if you have not had a chance to hit that notification button, go ahead and do that so that you'll see more videos which are quick and easy, like you've seen, that we're making over here on In the Kitchen with Alethea. Thank you for spending time with me, and I will see you next time. Bye.